Hello everybody, Xanaphar here, and today I'm doing a review of episode 10 of Ultraman Trigger, so let's get into it.
If you like Tokusatsu, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. So let's get into this.
So let's talk about the plot. So Dargon is in love with Yuna, and he tries to affect his love to Yuna, and he fails miserably. Eventually, Aikido and Kingo come to save her, and Dargon throws a tension tantrum, waking up Sargas. Eventually, Ultraman Trigger and Sargas are fighting, and Trigger eventually defeats Sargas with the help of Dargon. Looks like Dargon is changing his ways, and that's the basic plot. So let's talk about the characters. Let's first talk about, well, honestly, a main character of this episode, Dargon. He was actually honestly kind of funny in this episode and kind of adorable how he don't really get love and tries to pick up Yuna and fails so miserably, and it's really funny honestly, and he's like fearing things and he don't understand it. It's just kind of funny honestly. Also, it looked like Dargon is coming a good guy. It looked like maybe he might change his ways and betray Camilla and start helping out Ultraman Trigger. I think that would be pretty interesting if they go down that route. So let's talk about Yuna. Yuna was okay in this episode. She didn't really do too much. She mostly just acted confused about Dargon's love for her, basically. And yeah. Also, she did use the taser Aikido gave her, so that's awesome. She kept it. So seems like she likes it. So yeah, it was a good gift. Let's talk about Aikido! Aikido didn't really do too much also in this episode. He did deny about Dargon ratting him out about him loving Yuna, and he denied it, of course. We all know Aikido's true love, though, is Kingo. Speaking of Kingo, Kingo did learn a lot about himself, actually, about being Ultraman Trigger, and how Trigger was a Dark Ultra a long time ago at the end of this episode, and he is now shocked. Inlets is in this episode as well, and he's the first one to catch Dargon's feelings for Yuna, and he tells him about love, and honestly it was a pretty funny scene. Also, he sees Dargon failing miserably and he starts like, oh my god, he's not getting it, and that's just also really funny. He kind of disappeared though in this episode, but in a very fabulous way. And the other characters, they didn't really do too much in this episode except fight Sargas, and that was really it. The effects will actually really good in this episode. I really enjoyed this scene where Trigger and Sargas are fighting and you're in a POV shot with the building, and that was really awesome to see, honestly. Criticisms: I sound like a broken record. I wish we get to know the captain and the other gut select members in this episode, but we don't. That's really it though with the criticism. So, what did I like about this episode? Well, I really like hearing about a thing called the Eternity Core, where it's basically waking up the kaijus and everything, and I think that's pretty cool. I would like to learn more about it, because also, Kingo is dreaming about it. We have seen it in Kingo's flashbacks and dreams, so that is pretty awesome. Also, it was really cool finding out Trigger being an evil Ultraman back in the past, like Ultraman Trigger in a way, where he was trying to kill Godzilla, and that is pretty cool. I also really love this scene where Dargon says he was smiling and how they could not tell, but of course Kingo could tell. And also the music. The music was actually really good in this episode, like how it's been in every episode. So what did I think of this episode? Well, I liked this episode. I actually thought I was gonna hate this episode because of the plot. I thought the plot was really stupid about Dargon loving Yuna, you know, but no, this episode was quite funny, very charming, honestly, very fun to watch. It was a pretty okay episode. So what rating would I give this episode? Well, I think it's just gonna be a simple 8 out of 10. It was a pretty okay episode. So that's it for this video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Xanaphar is out.